friends, I'm Johnny here with Growing Neighbors, and today we are giving you a tour of Emily's farmyard. This is Emily and her family live here, and they have lots of beautiful gardening and neighboring experiments going on. Can you tell us a little bit about what's growing here and how you got it going?
Yeah, so we got a bunch of starts from Growing Neighbors. We've got some peppers in front here, and then some volunteer squash, because we just let everything die in the beds, and we're not like super detailed with our compost, so things grow from our compost as well. But we've got tomatoes over here that were starts from y'all, and then some volunteer squash and stuff. Some squash that other friends gave us, and volunteer potatoes, and then a bunch of squash from zucchini from Growing Neighbors over here that is like gigantic that we need to harvest.
Come check out these giant zucchini. Emily's not messing around when it comes to zucchini.
Well, we just haven't had time to harvest, so that's why.
There's a big daddy. Oh man. There's a lot of really beautiful zucchini growth in there. I love it. And some of these are volunteers.
Well, I don't think the zucchini
Okay.
are. I think these are all from you.
That's cool. They're still
so.
really happy.
Yeah, especially considering the fact that a dump truck recently took out the bed itself. They're still growing just fine.
They're like, oh, more space.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, these are the primary thing. We're soon going to be knocking on neighbors' doors. Anybody want some zucchini?
That's perfect.
So,
I love neighbors with zucchini.
yeah.
Can you tell us what's going on with this coop back here?
So we had chickens for 2 or 3 years. Last summer, a predator got in during the middle of the night and killed all of them, which was lame. So we have a 9-month-old, and decided I was like 7 or 8 months pregnant when they got killed, and we were like, maybe now's not the time to get new chickens. Let's just like do that later. Plus so my husband's gonna pull this apart. Careful, there are a few hives around it. My husband's gonna pull it apart and build a bigger one, because we only had 3 chickens and we would like to have 5 or 6. So hopefully by the spring we'll be ready to get some chicks, but we'll just kind of see how things go. Our style with gardening, because life has been so crazy, is similar to the chickens. Like, someone gave us the coop and the chickens, so we were like, great, let's do it. People give us the starts, we plant them, and then we don't do much besides watering because we don't have time, so we're pretty low maintenance.
It's working.
And in process, as you can tell by the backyard.
I think we have a lot of neighbors that aren't sure how to even get started or if they have time, and look at all this abundance you can have without putting a ton of time into it, right? So that's a beautiful thing. So,
otherwise we would have nothing growing.
Emily said there's some other stuff growing on in the front yard. Let's check it out. So there's nothing wrong with backyard gardening, but if you can do it in the front yard, that's one thing we love to encourage with Growing Neighbors, as it creates more opportunities for you to interact with your neighbors just kind of organically.
So our goal is to have all of our fruit out front here. We got blueberries right now. Hopefully by the end of the season, my husband's working on building like a strawberry bed that's going to go in the middle where that empty blue pot is right now.
Nice.
We transplanted all of our lavender from pots last fall, and we're hoping it'll just like take up this whole front path. So pretty soon that'll be a good thing to offer to people. Have some lavender and just de-stress.
Yeah.
We've got a ton of mint that we transplanted from out past Whitworth that is going crazy. Our tree did not do well this fall, but it's a walnut tree.
Yeah.
We used to have berries over on the side here, but something's got to be wrong with this soil, because after 3 seasons they all just died, and our neighbor said the same thing happened on the other side of the fence when he did blueberries a few years ago. So we're going to probably just plant a cover crop and start trying to heal up that soil over there.
Gotcha.
But
some herbs?
What was that?
I was going to say, are these some herbs?
Yeah, so most of these were from y'all, these herbs over here. So this is our herb bed for cooking and stuff. And yeah, we want the stuff in the front mostly to be like the perennial stuff that is just always here, because it looks nice, and then it'll just keep coming, which is why we have more of the annual stuff. just flowers, because he's like, I want everything that like produces and makes something, and the goal always being to share, because we never can go through everything.
Yeah,
But we
great.
end up, especially since COVID, I don't really have a lot of childcare, so now I'm home with the baby 5 days a week.
Yeah.
And so we end up just sitting out here all the time, basically.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, which means we're getting to know our neighbors a lot more than we have. We've been here for 4 years and we like know people, but when you are talking every single day regularly, it's pretty great. So,
Great.
yeah.
Thanks so much, Emily.
Yeah. Thanks for the starts.
Yeah. If you guys are in the area, stop by, say hi to Emily. She has a little library out front here too.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for tuning in. Look forward to connecting with you again.